These two British medical students were brutally stabbed to death in Kuching, Sarawak by a fishmonger. Aidan and Dalton were both students studying as a medical student in Newcastle University, and both of them were on a 6-week internship program that sent them to Sarawak to work in a local Kuching hospital, and they were set to complete their placement in few more days. On 6th of August 2014, Aidan and Dalton were having fun in a bar, and a while later, they were confronted by a group of men saying that they were too noisy. Afterwards, Aidan and Dalton decided to leave the bar and walk back to their home around 4 AM. However, one of the men from the group named Zulkifli started to chase Aidan and Dalton, and Zulkifli caught up with Aidan and Dalton and brutally stabbed them to death multiple times. An autopsy revealed that Aidan died from a single stab wound to his chest, while Dalton died from a total of 4 stab wounds, 2 on his back, 2 on his chest. After Zulkifli murdered both of them, Zulkifli allegedly told one of the men from his group that white people blood smell good. What a psycho. Within a day of the stabbings, police arrested 4 suspects, and 2 of them were previously convicted of robbery and drug offenses. And a week later, police arrested another suspect. Police later found out that the first 4 suspects had consumed drug prior to the murder. Police then released a statement that Zulkifli will be the only one that is charged with murder, and the 4 remaining suspects were reclassified as prosecution witnesses. On trial, prosecution claims that on the night of the murder, Zulkifli allegedly told his friend that he wants to test his strength against larger size and taller foreigners, and subsequently he confronted Dalton and Aidan. On 31st of March 2015, the court sentenced Zulkifli guilty of murder on both counts, and he was sentenced to death by hanging. And then Zulkifli's lawyer appealed their case, but it was rejected by the Court of Appeal and Federal Court. However, Zulkifli almost got away from his death sentence and murder charge, and this is due to Malaysia electing to abolish mandatory death penalty and natural life imprisonment, which allowed those convicted of murder to either face death penalty or jail time of 30 to 40 years. And Zulkifli's lawyer applied for resentencing under this new law. However, it was rejected by the Federal Court, and judges agreed that Zulkifli should be hanged for double murder. This is a very sad story for the 2 British medical students, and they were almost finishing their internship and go back to their country. However, justice is served in this case. May Dalton and Aidan's soul rest in peace.